Welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have a plan to trap the deathly assassin, but can they bring enough power to succeed in their plan? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted, a plan in action.
I don't know what other threads to pull. Let's go get some rest. I do have one more thought though, if you'll humor me, Mount.
This is like you asleep, Mountain? No.
As we're walking, Darren will say, so here's my thought, sort of what you said before. Adramalik might be secondary or even tertiary to what we're really dealing with, right? Which is the city and the tribe. So wherever that goes, wherever that resolves, it's going to happen sooner rather than later, I believe. We're trying to find a peaceful resolution, but I don't know if that's going to come. Hopefully the list will do something to help, and hopefully we could find who's actually the cause for this strife on both sides. But that doesn't change the fact that we will still need to act in some way, shape, or form when the shoe finally drops. So if you're willing to humor me and one last thing before we go to bed, we can settle in and then deal with this.
Sure.
Okay. So we head back to the boat and look for whatever room we can both crash in.
Sure, we have rooms.
Yeah.
Cool. Close the door so it's just us. And Darren will say, I'm embarrassed that we haven't even done this yet, but why don't you take out the rest of the weapons? Let's find out what they all do. We have them all in our resource. We should spend time and attune to all of them to find out what they all do. I'm not saying all at once, but I am saying take the time to discover the connection.
How long does it take to unattune?
Instantaneous.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, sure. Okay. I mean, I can do 2 of them.
I'll do all of them. I'll take the time to unattune and reattune to them all, but it will be faster if you and I do it together.
Okay, I'm saying you can do like 2-ish at a time. I don't have a lot of juice left.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Remember, you still have to regain the motes in order to attune.
Oh, and that's a few hours.
So when you unattune, you don't regain the lost motes from the attunement.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, then
we can at least do 2 of them unattuned right. Go to sleep.
And I can do 1 more myself, unless we've recovered more motes through all of our travel and stuff.
Sure. You recovered 5 motes for your hour of traveling around the city.
Oh, let's do it, buddy. Let's do it. Let's see what our treasure actually is that we haven't done for several episodes.
I can't use any of these things no matter what, but that's fine, sure.
The point isn't as much of needing to use it right now, but rather to know we have that in our toolbox for whatever the situation is. My blade, for instance, could become relevant if we need to try and sever the ties for lore or whatever, but who knows what these other things do. So George, tell us what our weapons do.
Sure, what do you attune?
Yeah, so let's see. Let's
2
go
random
back.
ones. Just literally go down the list. I do the first 2.
Okay, which ones did you grab? I don't know what weapons you have versus what somebody else might have grabbed. Hope you got notes of your things you're carrying.
Uh-oh.
I definitely have notes somewhere. I just don't know where.
Well, now comes the note searching portion of our experience.
Because I think I know who was holding what by the end. But gotta trust y'all to keep track of your inventory, right?
Well, I've got the memory excising gambit diclave. That one is what I have.
It is. That's not its name, but yeah.
Well, that's what I reference it as.
I have the boomerang, and I can't use it. So it's
boomerang or the chakram?
No, the boomerang.
The boomerang? Okay.
Or did I have the?
I think you took the chakram.
Even though I like the boomerang more, I went with.
Well, you took the chakram before you remembered that there was a boomerang.
That sounds like me.
And Adramalik has a pair of diclaves.
Correct.
And Strings took a bow.
Yes.
Which means that left there was a Reaper diclave, a Reaver diclave.
Oh wait, you're telling us it. You're telling us it. I was literally on the episode. Say those again. I'm sorry.
A Reaper diclave, a Reaver diclave, a Dire Lance, and a Sky Cutter.
Come on, man. We gotta see what these things do. Let's start popping some items. Let's make it pop. Yeah. So Dirham will attune to the Sky Cutter.
Costs 5 motes to attune to this item.
All right, I'm in. Bringing me down to my 4 personal.
So you attune to the Sky Cutter, the war boomerang. As you do, you begin getting faint inclinations of what it's capable of. It's almost like there are puppet strings attached to it that you could, in theory, tweak and twist to manipulate it while it's in the air. But you don't have any specific capabilities with it that you get just by attuning to it.
Cool.
I express all of that to Mountain.
Nice. All right, I'll do the Diclave, the Reaver Diclave.
Yes.
I'm not going to keep it.
The Reaver Diclave, the brutish square-tip chopping weapon. The majority of its cutting edge is green jade, but the back blunt edge is soul steel in the shape of a spinal column.
This is pretty gross.
Does seem pretty gross, but expensive.
It is
So-
a solid chunk of jade.
So you attune to it?
It does look gross, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let George mind screw you out of it by giving you a little perk of his eyebrow and a little cocksure grin.
I don't even want it, so it's like I might get damaged for nothing.
And then don't do that one. Do a different one. Do the
No, what
Dire
if-
Lance.
What if you do it and then you get hurt? I couldn't live with myself. Yeah, I'll do it. Because you're going to do them all anyway, right?
I am. I'm going to do as many as my
Yeah, the
body
worst.
allows.
I just feel like we should. This one looks bad. This
So then
one,
don't do that. I'm telling you,
Are
don't
you gonna do
that
it?
one. Eventually, yes.
I do it. You're the worst.
My thing. I'm all about these. This is my Christmas.
Okay. You attune to it. And as you do, you feel a draining effect.
You.
Not from you, to you.
My you stands.
Like those slain by this will have some piece of their essence drawn out of themselves and into you.
Oh, so like their strength will become my strength.
Sure.
What was that?
This is definitely a thing that eats souls or essence.
Okay, interesting. Perhaps something that we...
Can you change form? Can you like become like a glove?
No, Mountain.
Like shake
The
it.
eye at the base of the spine remains closed.
Mountain. Stop talking to the weapon.
I think it knows that I'm not the kind of person.
Well, then release it from yourself, and let's move on.
All right. Well, I'll see you later. And I do so.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna be like, no, you don't. And I was gonna
Yep,
be like, oh.
It embeds itself into your spine. You now have a blade spine,
I mean,
No.
honestly, I could work with blade spine. I'm not gonna lie.
right? Just fall backwards.
Yeah. Just be part of my brawling repertoire.
Right. And then Dirham will see about poking around the old Dire Lance.
All right. The old Dire Lance.
As long as I have enough.
I don't know, do you?
I have
It's
four.
5.
I have 4
Yeah,
remaining.
yeah,
it's
it's five.
5.
It is
I don't-
5.
I don't have enough. Your
I don't-
charity
I
has gotten me far enough. I unattune from Sky Cutter, and I pass Mountain the weapons back. All right, some knowledge learned. We can rest soundly, knowing that we've discovered some of what.
Hey, did that
These
tapestry
extremely-
change at all?
It's a good question because we,
The weapons were rolled up in it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Were they really?
yeah,
You know, I keep it rolled up on my back.
Oh, God. I thought at some point you had a...
that got him good.
Okay.
We basically carry around like a cache of priceless artifacts with us, just at all
You
times.
do.
Waiting, like if somebody killed us, it would be like the boss fight to end all boss fights. It would be like in games where like all the stuff just flies out and lands on the ground. Yeah, exactly.
Jade and swords and armor. Yeah. It's a,
No. It has not changed.
Well, that's good, I guess, or bad,
You haven't made things worse or better.
but not worse. Which honestly, at this point where we're at, not bad.
not bad. We'll take it. Alrighty. Good night, friend.
Good night. And we
Then you go to sleep. You wake up in the morning. Or
And later afternoon, probably.
Or nighttime. I don't know. How long? How much
Well,
sleep do we need?
you've been awake for 2 days, 2.5
Yeah.
days.
So probably at least 12 hours sleep. Probably a good 12 hour.
And you'll still probably be not feeling great when you wake up, but sure, you can choose. You'll wake up in the middle of the night then.
Sure.
Okay, you wake up in the middle of the night.
Well, no one's summoned for us yet. Actually, we should go check if anyone's summoned for us.
Yes.
I'm sure they would have woken us up, though.
Might have left a letter for us or something, right? I think the captain said he would summon us.
Yeah, so we go check.
Okay. You make your way above, and there is no summons, no letter.
I guess just sleep the rest of the night. I mean, nothing is going to happen unless we want to go about the city.
Or Dirham gives a small little, like the smallest little smile.
Fine. I attune myself to the Dire Lance.
Takes the Reaper Diclave. Begins.
Don't do that. I already did that one.
No. You did the Reaver Diclave. This is the Reaper Diclave.
What?
I
I thought that was the Reaper.
Nope. Reaper one is the Reaper is the scythe.
Oh, you're right. No, I did. You're right.
Although to be honest, I'm digging this scythe.
All right, so the tremendous two-handed spear with a 6-foot haft of exotic wood set with star metal filigree and fitted with a foot-long blade of moon silver at the end. Though the moon silver is solid, it reflects light like the surface of a rippling pond. Who's attuning that?
Me.
You. Okay.
And you said it's 5? It's 5 essence for it?
It is
or 5 or 5 personal modes?
It is 5. 5 personal or peripheral. So, as you attune to it, you feel instincts coming from it. The instincts of a hunter. You feel that that it is awaiting the naming of your quarry, that it would help you hunt, track, and eventually slay your target.
I'm not gonna say
So
Mountain out loud.
So Mountain, what does that rich artifact do?
It's a hunter spear. It wants me to speak a name so it can hunt that being
Wait, so it's actually a spear that helps you find and hunt
and kill.
To
specific
follow
individuals?
them, to lure them out of a place of safety, catch them in traps, etc.
I relate that, but I don't think it's going to be satisfied with just finding. This doesn't seem like a finder's stick.
Well, that's for us to find out.
I
But
unattune it. No, it wants to kill. It's not bad, but it wants to kill.
Interesting.
Yes, you got a real feeling of bloodlust from it.
Yeah, I could honestly, with your description, subtext was there.
Okay. And Dirham attunes to the Reaper Diclave.
All right, the Reaper Diclave.
Listen, we had to get this out of the way sooner or later.
It is a
right?
long, thin, curved blade, 5 feet by 1 inch, with a single cutting edge. It is of simple orichalcum, polished to a mirror sheen. Okay, what does it do? What does it do?
I don't know.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. Tell us with your knowledge.
Oh no.
Oh, no. What do you mean, oh, no?
When you attune to it,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
where are you doing this?
In our room.
Yeah.
Okay, in your room. Okay. You feel more at one with the nature surrounding you. The blowing of the wind through the ship, it doesn't seem to affect you as much as it had before. And after a few seconds, you hear the sound of rain upon the hull.
Ooh, did this just make it rain?
Did it?
I am uncertain.
Maybe we can get it off for you.
Darren's just going to focus on, I guess, the rain.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
And I don't know. I mean, as he feels more one with nature and like, and
It's
and
more
whatnot.
it's more, it doesn't bother you anymore. You are immune to environmental penalties from wind, precipitation, and other weather.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Interesting. Well, in dire conditions, this is going to be extremely valuable for someone who has to make it through or is having trouble.
Also, you feel something within the blade, in the diclave, something that wants to be free.
And there's a presence in this.
Well, we love freeing presences from things.
But you know it was put here for a reason.
Oh no, yeah, I was being sarcastic. I don't think we should futz with this at this moment. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to unattune to this now.
Okay. You unattune from it. You unattune from it.
And he immediately like is observing the blade as he releases it from his energy.
When you unattune, you lose the link to whatever was inside of it, but you can see that it is still there, that now it's awakened slightly. But you do hear the rain above begin to slow.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well, we know what we're dealing with for now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap these up and I guess try to get some shut-eye.
Those are not doing anything.
Unless you had something else in mind.
Might go rest up on the ramparts. Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to stay here in case our ironically absent friend seems to show up. And in fact, it's the middle of the night right now. If he was out and about, he might be back.
I'll just go and I open up his door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Theorem goes
He
to
be
follow.
not back.
I figured it's not here. Or you would have been like, and you see next time. I don't know. So it's like, either one way or another. It's gonna be one of those.
That is my style.
Okay, then I'll stay here in case
And
he
I'll
shows
go-
up.
I'm going to go rest up on the walls.
Okay, stay safe.
Yeah, in one way or another.
Okay, so you're splitting up.
Yes, we are
For the rest
splitting
of
the
the
party.
evening.
Just
Yeah.
for the rest of the evening. I do tell you where I'm going, so that way
Sure.
when you do decide to awaken, you can go there.
Sure.
Okay. And where are you going specifically?
Just going to one of the outer ramparts.
Just to
Like
look.
the wall. I'm probably gonna like nap there and stuff, but like I want to be there, like
Okay.
to overlook for now to look, because we're approaching the outside of the timeline. So if they were going to attack, it would be nowish, I'm thinking. So if they are not going to uphold their end of the bargain, I want to be here to come down on them like a crater.
All right, so as you make your way above deck, you can see the remnants of the rain, the soaked deck, the bewildered cult members that are surprisingly wet, and you can also see a bit of the extent of how far out it went. And if you were to estimate, you would estimate it went to about 4 range bands out.
So that's a pretty localized storm.
It's a pretty large storm.
It's large in terms of the item, but pretty local in terms of mass. So it's definitely the item.
Yep.
Interesting. Useful.
And then you make your way to the rampart to keep your napping vigil.
Yeah, I'll like be more astute like for a bit, but I'm just trying to rest.
Perception awareness.
We're gonna pump through. Ooh, not as okay. I'm always so excited when I see the 10s, and then I don't notice the lack of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. With a 5 at night, without any ability to see far in the distance, unfortunately you don't. Well, I guess fortunately you don't see anything. You don't see the signs of approaching beastmen or anything of the sort. Anything else?
I can't think of a way to describe like looking over this field so much, so I can't be like, can I try and get another success? But
enjoy your nap.
Yeah, I'm just resting. So like I'm occasionally opening my eyes, looking about and over everything, but
all right.
I'm trying not to extend energy, but I'm also not trying to be completely asleep.
Shortly before the dawn comes, Dirham, there is a knock at your door.
I get up and who is it?
Me, sir. Horace.
Opens the door. What is it, Horace?
A summons has arrived from the council.
Thank you. I take it. That'll be all.
Very
and
good,
I will
sir.
Open the summons, see if it says anything.
It does. It gives a location within the city and a time of 1 hour from now.
Okay, time to go. Dirham collects all of his things, make sure he's fully dressed, and beats feet a bit to get to the ramparts to search for Mountain.
All right, let's get your speed roll.
Oh God, is that a thing? That's not a thing.
It's either strength or dexterity athletics.
My God, it's a thing.
And everything's a thing.
Everything is a thing.
Fall damage is a thing in this system. Who cares about fall damage when you're literal gods walking on the earth?
That in this campaign, I have to agree with you. Normally, I'd be like, you should, but not here now.
Makes no sense.
And Dirham makes an effort to be as quick and dexterous on his feet, cutting corners across, like say jumping off of the gangplank, jumping onto the wall next to it, and continuing onward, taking whatever basically like parkour-esque opportunities he can to hop like up an alleyway to the top of the rooftops of the city and try and make his way until he can get at least within like sight of Mountain himself.
Okay, I'll give you a 2-dot stunt.
Okay. I'm learning. Not learning enough, but is it worth pumping? I feel like I'll do a little pump. I'll do like a modest pump, you know, just like a little, you know, just a little. Okay, modest was the correct decision. So 5 successes.
All right, 5 successes. It takes you 20 minutes or so to cross the city, running at this fairly breakneck speed, and you do reach the rampart where you were told that Smiling Mountain would be.
Okay.
Am I there? Have I been kidnapped? We're about to learn together.
You are there, unless you choose not to be there.
No, I'm not going to throw a wrench.
As the sun rises, yes, you arrive.
No army. That's good.
It's time, Mountain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I hand him the summons. Get yourself ready.
Okay, let's go.
Cool. And we make our way.
All right. You make your way through the city toward the location you were directed toward. Upon arrival, it appears to be a part of the more manufacturing section of the city, as it is what appears to have once been an active refinery. It now sits dark and long out of use.
Okay. Utilizing abandoned buildings. That makes sense.
It's your favorite.
Is it worth it for us to try and stay hidden, find a vantage point? Or should we
they
stay
think
in
they're
plain
summoning
sight?
us for the debriefing.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. Well, time to show up.
It is.
We make our way into the refinery, finding whatever main entranceway there is.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look around and look for. I'm going to try and use my war knowledge to try and think of. I'm trying to already assess the building essentially before we go in for entrances, exits,
Sure.
places that if you exited the building, you could then quickly get to another building, things of that nature.
Okay. The refinery is fairly stood off from other buildings nearby because if something were to go wrong, you would not want you would not want it to spread. There are a number of also exhausts because of that, ways in and out because of the need to ventilate. As far as those exits, however, because it has been out of use for so long, many of them are boarded up, but that is of little import to someone of your kind.
True, but that could also mean it's not of import to someone else who is stronger.
Mm-hmm. And that is what you can gather from the outside.
All right, I suppose we will head in. I just take note of the different exits I know were open.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
okay.
Are we going to wait for him to reveal, or are we going to reveal? I guess we let him kind of lead it on this.
I think, yeah, let's try and read his demeanor.
Ah, yes. With the mask. Should be easy.
Okay.
It's his city, not ours.
You're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just a ridiculous situation we find ourselves in.
Well, I mean, that's our life.
You make your way into the refinery. There sits on either side a row of large vats of deep stonework, which clearly at one point held the materials being worked here. And seated atop the boarded opening, you see 5 members dressed in black and masked.
Oh, okay.
Were they dressed in black before?
Yes.
Okay.
Dressed in
checking.
Yes, dressed in black with the masks.
Got it.
I was hoping there would. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping there would only be 4. That would have made things a lot easier. Okay.
Right.
At which point, one of them rises and brings 3 fingers to the side of his mask surreptitiously.
Perfect.
What have you come here to report?
Man, I was really hoping you would take more lead than this. All right, that's fine.
Would you like me to talk, or do you want? How do you want to do this?
I mean, if you're, I feel like I talk all the time because of charisma checks. This is an out of game thing. So if you want to floor it, then absolutely take the floor.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's like, if you want,
I'll step in the duty. Let's get weird.
I'll be there to help.
It's come to our attention that we believe that a standstill is currently in play between the city and Dirham stops for a second. He goes, "Aren't there supposed to be 2 more council members here?" And he immediately begins to look and watch them as carefully as possible to see if there's any hint of posture changes, tightness, any reaction.
I'll watch for that too.
And things
Sure, give me your read intentions. Perception, socialize.
I gotta take the shot.
I gotta take the shot. And loose robed individual.
We understand.
Anybody
it's a
who
long
goes,
shot.
Yeah. If somebody's body
And what's read intention?
tenses
again?
up, I'm
Perception, socialize.
perception, socialize. I gotta take the shot. If I don't take the shot, how am I doing here? Anything for that very clever lead-in for what if we were insightful individuals would probably be a potential checkmate, but we are not, so it's just a red herring of an attempt.
Sure, I'll give you a dot stunt.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, I am good at this.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah, he is. It's perception and socialize, 2 things that he's good at.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm even pumping it a little. It's just not going to be an easy check.
I cannot pump it, so I am just bare bones, giving it a whirl. It's not the worst showing, but against masked, robed, enigmatic individuals, probably not ideal.
Okay, so I failed a little over half of them. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got a 7. I do try here, just if I could eke out a stunt real quick.
I love the post stunt.
Well, because I don't know if I succeeded or failed yet. So
True. Yeah.
We did see them before and everything like that. So I'm just trying to take in the surroundings, take in their mannerisms and everything. Before, the people that we saw were very confident. They held themselves in a certain way. And I imagine that's already changed because they are missing. So what I'm looking for now is any kind of shift in their demeanor that makes them appear even more defensive, kind of curling in on themselves, or things of that nature.
Especially as potentially this is one of their intimacies. Maybe.
Being found out. Is that one of your intimacies? Maybe getting assassinated?
All right. You can have a dot stunt.
I'll take it.
Yes. 2 10s.
No, I got one more success though. So
All right. Hey, well, you know what?
The odds there, I'll take it.
So what are your numbers?
4.
Okay, so 4 plus 4 is 8.
Okay. Dirham, there's not much to be gathered from these individuals. Mountain, there is just the barest, slightest movement of the head of 4 of them to look toward the one that had given you the sign.
Which makes sense. So they kind of like,
Interesting.
now we wait for their answer.
Yeah. Dirham waits expectantly for some sort of response to why there's 2 members missing.
2 members did not heed the call. This is concerning, yes. Given the situation in the city, highly concerning.
Well, the good news is as it currently stands, we believe we have a standstill for the city and the Broken Horn tribe. We believe that we've made steps towards neutralizing the animosity between your settlement and the tribe itself. However, there was also some losses out there that we discovered.
One of their leaders was killed in a fairly visceral fashion. Something that had we not been there to, and I look at Dirham, intervene on would have surely landed squarely on your shoulders as far as blame went. Something to further galvanize them against you, especially since they were about to get what they wanted.
At which point, one of the other ones speaks up. Clearly a calculated gambit by them. They kill 2 of our members and then off one of their own as a sacrifice to throw us off.
No, we were there when it was discovered. This was not the case. Beyond that, the method in which it was killed was not methods that they possess and the ability to kill, which is why they would have blamed your lot.
What methods were these?
Methods beyond their capabilities and understanding.
Give me a presence, charisma.
You got it.
Come on, big boy. Come on, big boy.
I don't have a lot of, just so you know, I don't have a ton of personal because I'm trying to keep this Veil lady alive.
Sure. Also, maybe give us a little stunt action.
Oh, you got it. I don't know what I'm rolling for. Oh, I'm rolling to be just the way that I am. All right. 1, 2, 3.
No, your stunt was your
the
thing.
dialogue.
So, I'll give you a dot stunt for it.
Thank you.
George is not pleased with our dialogue. He's accepting of it.
I feel like giving a stunt for dialogue is good because I didn't describe anything else. So I take it as a compliment.
It also has to do with arguments that the person would or would not find convincing.
Oh, all right. And you said presence, Charasm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm sorry, what was that word?
And then we're gonna pump. Charasma.
Okay.
You know those athenemas and their charasma.
They're so charismatic.
Yes. The anthems.
You can't even say it the way that he says
anthems. Hey, yeah, I searched for it. I was like, anthemas? Anthemas?
I just get it wrong.
An enema.
Actually, I think I do say almost enema. It's like ananima.
It's pretty good.
Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
Good Lord.
Yes, baby. Yes. Show us the light.
And what were these tactics, these methods they used?
Methods are not things that we have. They're not unknown to us. They hint at someone, something that has a connection to something darker. And I'll actually take a step forward as I say it. Something, well, some things can be argued or dark or light. The use of demons or magic are obviously reviled by some, but accepted as commonplace to others, just as many people would probably discover things that they believe are wrong may not be as terrible, even the barbarians themselves being a case in point. But the things used to heal this creature, things that I've seen evidence of in this city as well, hint at a presence that lords over others, that not only commands death, but demands it. And I'll take another step forward. Something that would want those to die in a very purposeful manner. I've seen and slain those that serve those kinds of masters before, and I will do so again. And now I look for a shift as I look them over.
Okay. Give me your perception socialize.
You got that right, buddy. You got that right.
Yeah, I got it. Again, these are things that I'm good at these things.
You can have a 2 dot stunt for the lead up to that.
Yes,
Hell yeah. Hell yes. Hell yes. Come on.
1, 2, and we're gonna pop again. We're running out of personal.
Hey, listen, if we got to go up in flames, we'll do it, baby.
I think it's going to be hard to be like, I'm here to fight the darkness and glow into a thing that they think might be dark.
Right? Now look into the light.
We've been told you're bad. Okay, that's a lot of times.
Is it every 5 motes you increase your bonfire level?
4, yes.
So if I was just like, and I spend 40 motes, would I just...
No, it only goes up 1 per.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So good news, I got 4 10s. Bad news is it's basically all my successes, but I got a 10, 11 with the dot stun.
Okay.
Yes.
With an 11, the 4 members that you have not identified yet all again have that slight look toward the one that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And with that very big roll, you can also see that the one that you had identified as Najalan with the 3 seems to be inhaling a deep breath as if readying to do something.
Shoot. You thought you were going to get the answer.
I did. I was like, do it.
Oh, I love tabletop.
And these dark forces, you believe that that is who has slain the members of our council?
I think they have the most to gain. When I spoke to I'm trying to remember what the dragon disciples are called.
The Immaculate
Divine Order? Thank you. When they spoke to the Immaculate Order, my initial assumption was perhaps that's something to do with them. I do not believe this. It is not their ways, and they don't have the access to the kinds of powers that you would need to have access to in order to inflict it. And then I thought, who else would have the most to gain? Obviously, with you and your fair city, as we've stated before, we want nothing but to spare you from the horrors of war. So the only thing that makes sense is that someone is not trying to spare you from the horrors of war. So yes, there is some other force at play here that is not one of your 2 factions and is not the Immaculate Order. So it's trying to push you into a conflict. And I believe it's trying to do more than just push you into a conflict.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that whatever this insidious player is, that they have inserted themselves beyond just being a force and already present a very real threat to those in this room, but not one that I couldn't leap across the room and crush before they did any real harm.
Your implication is that they have inside knowledge of the council, perhaps, looking at the others, being one of us.
I look at them. Someone here is not who they claim, and only 4 of you will be leaving here today.
It seems that we know what must be done then. He looks around at the others, and simultaneously, 5 of them remove their masks and robes.
What the Are they all bad?
It's possible.
You see the one that you believe to be Captain Najalan, of course. The one that was speaking to you earlier is the quintessential pretty boy. He's got like the jawline. He's what you imagine.
He looked just like I thought it would.
Yes, of course. Also there is an older gentleman with a slightly hunched posture, a little bit of a bookish look to him. There is a woman who is looks to be of common birth, but she's standing with an air of confidence.
She knows she's important.
And then there is your bartender friend.
The giant?
The giant was not the bartender. The giant was the one that came to sell the ale.
Oh, no
So the
way!
bartender
I
was
know
the
that
giant
guy!
lady, right? Yeah.
I know 2 of these guys! That's
Yeah, you do.
crazy. Small world.
I don't know any of these people.
They look around each other and give me a read intentions.
You got it.
Sure. Perception socialize. My gosh, I'm learning the game. As Durham watches very carefully all of the changing expressions of these people who are probably learning who each other is in real time, except maybe the person who knew who everybody was. Ideally looking for somebody who looks less like, oh, it's interesting to see you. Oh, look at this person. Isn't that, the imposter who probably is sitting here with a loaded deck of cards.
Mountain
At least
is
my belief.
honestly at this point now I'm taking like a deep breath in, and I'm not using the power necessarily because I don't think it's going to actually get. Oh, you know what? I am going to use the power just for effect. But at this point, I'm trying to smell, like I'm literally trying to see who's worried, who's afraid here. Not worried like, oh no, this is a tense situation, but whose eyes are like, where do I need to go? How do I get out of this? Who's afraid?
Okay.
The
You can give me a
primal
dot
fear.
stun.
that only a man who knows who's going to be crushed from the mountain
For both of us, right? We both described real well. We both described real well. Why do I get the dirty stick? Why do I get the?
That's our shtick by now.
No, I hate it. I hate that shtick. I don't like that shtick.
I don't think that one's going to do it.
Well, I got a 3.
All right, and I forgot the dot stun, so we'll roll 2. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no 10s.
Okay, so
now y'all shouldn't be as hard to read. You ain't got masks. You can slime without your masks, I bet.
How much you got? How much did you get, Mountain?
6.
6. Okay. So, Dirham.
Yes.
Looking at the assembled masses, did you actually point out which one that you knew, that guy? Mountain?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't say that.
Then
this is a somber moment. Eyes Rich was like, I know 2 of these guys.
This is crazy. Right.
Then the woman, as well as the gruff-looking working class man, both have looks of confusion and concern upon them. Mountain, you see that, of course, and the Captain Najalan looks confused, concerned. The bookish man does as well, and the pretty boy guy. There's confusion, but instead of fear, it's more a look of, all right, who am I? Who do I need to punch right now?
Then there is one more task you could do to prove. Yes?
George doesn't remember. What task?
Check the minutes. Were they supposed to summon a demon or something?
No, that was how they gather. That was how they were supposed to arrange
the meeting.
By
using the demons as emissaries.
Well, the meeting, as well as the plan that they were all going to simultaneously unmask, because in theory only the ones that were actual members of the council would have said demons.
Wait, what were we told? That they died? 3 were dead or did not respond. What was Adramalik's name?
Sinus Nadala?
Sinus. So if someone called you by your name, you might not respond.
Sure.
They said 3 were dead, which means that someone here should be fake.
Well, actually...
Are you saying that out loud right now?
I have to be, I guess, right?
Yeah, probably. If you're conversing, yeah.
If you are at this, but yeah.
Yeah, 3
The strong man looks toward you. 3 were dead. There's only 2 missing. You're saying 3? And who are you? Who's they?
Yes, Mountain, I think you're mistaken here. There's 5 council members here. 2, as we understand, are dead, but 1 here...
I activate the veil.
...is certainly...
Show me who it is.
An imposter.
I think that one of them got called by an old name and then wouldn't respond, and therefore it was like they didn't respond, and they're dead. Sure. Because technically when you become that thing, you are dead. So my thought is that they became this thing. I don't know if that's true, but it's where my brain is spinning. So
dude, we have no clue what's happening. So we're in the bowl. It's spinning.
All right. So you attune to the veil.
I attune to the veil, and I try and imagine the woman, and literally just the sadness that I felt in needing to dispatch her. And that sadness and regret really just came from, you had to serve something. You clearly had the heart of a warrior, and you had to serve something that was not befitting your heart. And I want to ensure that that doesn't happen to anyone else.
Okay, give me your perception awareness.
Any stunting?
You can have a dot stunt.
Yeah! I could describe it better if I knew what was happening, but I don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perception is 3. Yes. Oh, come on. This isn't a smelling thing, right?
No, it is not.
Ask if it's an ambush.
I mean, it is, but not the direction we need it to be to get your pluses.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we're going to pump into our whatever, but only 4 of them.
Attaboy. We ain't got to go crazy yet.
And a lot of 1s. Please don't have. All right, so that's a total of. Oh, I forgot. I need to do 2 things. So that's 3 1s. So we still have more successes, unless I rolled more 1s on this other dice. And I didn't. Great. Okay, so that's 7, 7, 9, which is 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 10s. So a total of 7.
Okay. With a 7, you attune to the veil. You see it again beginning to melt away, dissolving into the essence of necromantic energy. And as it does, it begins weaving a trail through the air toward the council members. It begins to move toward your bartender friend before moving to the other side, snaking its way through the room before, as it finally reaches the last bits of this veil, it ends at Captain Najalan.
No!
Of course it was. Of course it's this guy.
Are you gonna end it there?
No, I'm not.
Oh wow! I was expecting to be like, "Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that was absolutely my expectation.
Mm-hmm. Captain Najalan, acknowledging this trail of energy that flows through the air, he gives a little smirk, something that you haven't seen him do before.
I'm like so pissed and ready to like launch myself toward him.
Well, you're not the one I would have expected. Well done. As his features begin to melt and shift. And you
I kind of gesture for the council members to like move away from him, which hopefully they are.
They're all on separate platforms. They're not standing near him.
Cool, that's great.
Yeah. As it begins to melt away, and you see in front of you a body which is pierced by multiple seeming blades of some kind, and around the neck a deep crushing blow as you look upon once more the face of Pluton of the Endless Stream.
What?
And that's where we end it.
No!
Our teacher? Well, this will be the easiest boss fight. That guy's a fucking blowhard.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back next week for the next part of our adventure, or join our Patreon for early access to the next episode, as well as a Patreon exclusive campaign of Rippers. Join our wonderful patrons Bubble Dirt and Nova Phoenix in supporting this show. And of course, don't forget to check out our tutorials and video plays on YouTube at The RPG Blender. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join our Discord. Check the description for a link. Don't have Discord? No worries. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms. Well,
as Deku says in My Hero Academia, I didn't think, I just acted.
That
sounds like a dumb kid.
What? How
The
dare
heart of
first
gold,
off,
you son of
how
a bitch.
dare you?
Put this in the podcast. I want to hear you immortalize on your podcast that you called Deku a dumb kid. By the way, he's anything but. He breaks down and analyzes superpowers in rapid speed. How dare you?
I've watched.
How dare you? Disconnect.
It is a very good show.
I watched the first season, and then
There you go.
the rest wasn't. And this is what's really going to get me dubbed yet.
Ouch. You and Becky, man.
Yuck. Yeah, right. I'll never be able to. She's like, I need to catch up on My Hero. And I'm like, you sure do. Can't wait to watch more dubbed.
Can I say the dubbed voice actors are just so much better than the original.
Stop.
Okay, you're just trying to make us mad.
Stop. On behalf of Japan.